What's up, Raiders? Welcome to Raid Today for Friday, September 29th, 2023. I'm Gustle from Gustle Gaming, and it's day 2 of the Bambus Fusion event. Also, we got a 10x for some pretty strong arena nukers. We're going to discuss that plus more here on Raid Today. Alright, day 2 of Mr. Panda Express. A lot of events going on, a lot of tournaments now that it is Friday. The Dragon Tournament and Champ Training has started yesterday, but now we got the Summon Rush, which can affect both the Epic and the Void Rare. Also, we got Dungeon Diver Event 1 started. Now, if you are following along with me and not doing any of the Dungeon Divers, this Dungeon Diver, you'll be skipping. I will be skipping it. I've pretty much done Dragon on both my accounts already, so I will basically, maybe I'll get a little bit of work in there on the Ice Golem once that's started, but I am going for the Epic on both my accounts. I have enough shards to do it on both accounts, so I think that'll be, it just make this fusion significantly easier. I don't want to stress out about it. And Summon Rush you can guarantee based on the shards you're pulling, whereas in Champ Chase you're not guaranteed on the points you're getting. You get the points based off the champions you actually pull. So if you're not getting any legendaries or epics, you're not getting a lot of points. So I think it's early, you get it over with, and you know what you got to do to finish it up. That's how I'm doing it. I'm doing it on both my free to play and my main account. So if you want to come by the stream, twitch.tv/GustleGaming. We'll be pulling lots of shards today. I'll be pulling 11 on the main account, and I got 9 on the free-to-play, and probably a bunch of blues to finish it off. So come by, check it out, hang out, say what's up. We can pull your shards too. You want to get some shards pulled on the channel? We do that plenty of times as well, so come on by, hang out. It would be great to see you there. Let's jump in the game, see what all these tournaments and events are looking like. Not in the marketplace, but in the tournaments, we've got the Dragon Tournament still going. 2250 is all you need to get there. Like I said, I'm almost done with it, not quite there. I would say, unless you're doing the Dungeon Divers, probably a good stopping point at 2250, unless you really need an epic book. You know, if you're going for first to get the Relentless gear, I guess that would be a good reason as well. But with Dungeon Divers, if you're not going for the epic, then you have to do Dungeon Divers. And, you know, Dragon's always a good place to run. Also got the multi-battles going on over there. Not the multi-battle, the super raids going on over there. So you can do the super raids, and you can bang out Dungeon Divers a little bit quicker. Also got Champ Training Tournament. The Champ Training, if you're doing it through the campaign, will actually affect your Dungeon Divers event. But you can, it's much slower than if you were to do Dragon, though 8,500 points will get you a Primal Shard, and 10,000 gets you a Legendary book, so definitely a lot better rewards here. You know, maybe just because you have to do so many campaigns to level up your champs to kind of hit those rewards if you're not stopping at the 5,500, maybe that would be enough for your Dungeon Divers as well. So, you know, just do what's best for your account, what's going to make it easiest to kind of finish everything up. And then tomorrow, Classic Arena Takedown will be starting. Probably the easiest of all the tournaments. Typically you need 390 points. And you can do that pretty much out of, I don't know, 10, 15 wins in Gold 4 or Gold 5. So just make sure you're doing your dailies and, you know, maybe hit a couple extra just to try to get it done quickly. And then on the event side of things, Dungeon Divers. This is the annoying one. Everyone hates it. 3,700 points will get you up there to get Meat Carver. Like I said, you know, it's 2250, which would get you about right here if you're just started Dungeon or the Dragon Tournament. So you would almost have to double that to get that 3,700. You know, that's why the Dungeon Divers is so frustrating. Now this one will line up with Ice Golem on the other side, on the end of it. On the end of this event, you will have the start of Ice Golem. So you can Potentially finish it off by doing both of those. Like I said, whatever's best for your account. If you don't have the shards, but you still want to go for it, you certainly can do it. You're just gonna have to manage your energy and your resources very well to make sure you can do all 3 dungeon divers. 6,000 will get you an Immortal Soulstone. That's also fairly solid. And then the Summon Rush. Sadly, I did call it yesterday. 5,400 points. This just seems to be the standard these days. I don't know why that number stuck on my head. I just remembered it from the previous one and being upset when I saw it the last time. And I had to basically pull all my shards on the free-to-play, including like Voids and Ancients, just to make sure I got it. But it was an important champ. Maybe it was... it was new. It was Newt, so it was definitely it was certainly an important champ. Newt's one of the best, definitely top 5 fusion champs that they brought to the game. So you certainly could have missed out that on the free to play or the main account. Really, any account you don't want to miss on that Newt. He's amazing. 7,500 points will get you that Eternal Soul Stone. They also got a mythic skill tome here instead of 3rd legendary. It looks like they took that out. And 10 gold Eternal Soul Essences. That's fairly solid. That's 10. Normally that's like 5. So if you're pulling a lot, like for a Crizzy or something, you get that 7,500 Eternal Soul Stones. You never seem to get what you want, but at some point you will if you pull enough of them. And then tomorrow, along with the Arena Takedown Tourney, you will have an Artifact Enhancement event starting. That's one of 3, so manage your silver. Pretty much I would recommend just getting to the point where you pick up the rare and don't spend any extra. That would be my recommendation there for sure. Then let's take a look at the 10x event that's going on during this summon rush, right? So you're gonna be pulling anyway. At least you got some good champs to pull for. On the Void side of things, the new champ, they got the new champ there, Vitreous, super, super awesome champ. He could certainly become one of the new meta arena damage dealers. He is amazing. We've also got Acrizia, who is by far the best enemy max HP champ in the game. All 3 abilities hits enemy max HP. One's a double hitter, one's an AoE double hitter. Hydra, Spider Hard Mode 10, she's insane. Use her in Dark Fae, one of the best champs in the game for sure. Great 10x, so if you're pulling Voids, good luck there. On the side of the non-Voids, you got Trunda, you got Hefrak. Both are very good, very good. In fact, I pulled the Hefrak on the Pogo the other day, so I now have a +2 Hefrak. And then Trunda has become a little bit more viable recently. She was the goddess of arena nukers for a good probably 2 years. Now a lot of other champs have come out and certainly surpassed her, and Stone Skin definitely is a big hindrance to her damage. But she has seen a bit of a comeback in Hydra. If you do have 2 Trundas, you can do some incredible damage on the Hydras, typically on the lower levels, but if you have enough, great, huge gear, you could certainly be using her up in the Nightmare, bringing the big damage with her weird A2 that procs all sorts of crazy ways, especially with decapitated heads. So Trunda would be definitely a good pickup, as well as Hefrak. They're both great arena nukers, especially early mid game, late game. They both fall off a little bit. Also it depends on your gear and such. So you throw your best nuker gear on one of your champs, and they're probably gonna be super solid, right? And these 2 would certainly be that. On the epic side of things, of course, Skull Crown, great arena nuker. She's got the AoE A1, hits pretty hard. Got the passive that Lyra's basically inherited from her, where she cannot be killed. Gets that unkillable tossed up with 1 health remaining on the first attempt at killing her. So stick around for at least 1 more hit. And then we get her good friend here, Sinesha, where you bring her into her arena and they blender mix, and both her A1s will go off, and they pair up nicely. One does more damage above 50, one does more damage below 50. I can't remember which, but So a great blender comp if you have both of them for sure. And they're both great champs separately as well. Actually, I ended up using both of them to clear Knight's Rev with stun sets on back in the day when there was no revive in Knight's Rev. So, you could use them for that if you're trying to clear Knight's Rev early on and you don't have a reviver. And then you also got Magnar and Thylesia. So, pretty good 10x. Nothing amazing on the epic side. Certainly all good ones, but, if you already got a couple legendary champs that are doing your majority of your damage, you're probably gonna overlook some of the epics. But if you're early mid game and don't have any, it can definitely be a huge help to your count for sure. Now the other two things, or the one thing going on is the 2x event for epics and legendaries. This does not include mythic champs. Don't pull your primal shards thinking you're gonna have a 2x chance at mythic. That is not happening. It is only for the legendary. It is not now 2%. And kind of the big one really is the epic at 32%. So, yeah, pretty good chance of getting an epic, 1 in 3 almost. So, keep that in mind. If you are going to pull primals, I'm hanging on to mine. I'm just going to let them collect and see what happens. I'm going to wait. They've already made one change to the Mercies, so we may be seeing some more things going on here in the future. One thing I did want to mention before we get out of here, Faction Wars. There are 3 open today. Mr. Knight's Revenant, Miss Organ Tribe, I don't know why I'm gendering them, and the Shadowkin Crypt. We've got 3 open, so make sure you go in there, knock them all out, use all the keys. Even if you got 2 left, use them up. Don't forget about them. And finally, Forge Pass. Quick reminder. Get your dailies done, get the instant gear, level it all up. It's solid. You're going to enjoy it. Speed, ignore defense, not a bad combination. But that's all I got for you for today. I hope you guys have the best luck when you're pulling shards for the Summon Rush. If you're not going for the Panda, then I hope you have an awesome weekend. Enjoy playing the game. We will see you Sunday, off tomorrow. Have an awesome weekend. Take care.